Hello and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Mike Wilson. Today we'll discuss a broad range of topics from this year's Indiana legislative session. And joining me right now is Representative Vanessa Summers from Indianapolis. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
So there's a lot of important issues in the legislature, but I think it's important to discuss, as much as we've talked about the opioid crisis, about what happens, some of the aftermath as families are sort of torn apart and then put back together again.
What we're finding is that there's just a large number of children that are being raised by their grandparents or significant family member, cousin, aunt, and they don't have resources. You know, a lot of, if it's your grandparents, then 9 times out of 10 that they are on a fixed income. And so there's no services for those grandparents that are taking care of their grandchildren because their children are somewhere in the opioid crisis. So there's a kinship navigator program through DCS. And what that does, it helps that parent find all of the programs, that grandparent help to find all of the programs that could help them with their grandchildren, because it's happening all over. It doesn't make any difference if it's rural or urban. There are a lot of children that are now affected by the opioid crisis.
Absolutely. So, so your bill will hope to address that part of it as families sort of rebuild after they are sort of ripped apart by this opioid crisis.
At first, I had the whole navigator program, but DCS decided to do that without having to have a piece of legislation. Okay. So what my legislation did is now I need a report. Okay. I need to know how many people you're serving, in what state, in what counties you're serving them in, and what services did you give them. Okay. So that we'll know if it's working. Right,
and be able to show that, you know, this is either the program or maybe we need to fix it, but whatever it is, we got to help build up Hoosier families again and do what's best for these kiddos.
That's right.
All right, so another important issue, if you want to measure the health of a community and see how strong that community, that state, that country is, one of the factors is infant mortality, infant morbidity, same with mothers. So are the moms and the babies healthy? So
right now in Indiana, that's not happening.
You'd say no?
I'd say no.
Okay.
We have an infant mortality rate that is high, and we have a maternal mortality rate that's even higher than the national rate in here in Indiana. What that means is that shortly after giving birth, these mothers are dying, you know, and we don't know what's going on. Why are they dying? In Indiana, there's like 44 deaths to 100,000 mothers, and that's high for anything. Mm-hmm. And so we need to find out what is going on, what happened with the mother. Are the doctors not listening? You know, what's going on to make these deaths occur and leave these babies without their moms?
Well, or are there doctors? Because you can get a lot of medically unserved areas that are both rural and urban too.
Yes, what we have going on now is we are trying to, have you heard of doulas? Yeah. There's a bill that passed the Senate that's in the House that Representative Shackelford is a champion in the House about doulas. And a doula is someone that's going to stay with you from the time you're pregnant till after a year of life and just give you some information and support and services and gear you to where you need to go. So we're hoping with the onset of the doula program that we'll be able to bring that mortality rate down.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And thank you for joining us from the Indiana State House. This is Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Mike Wilson. Thanks for watching.